we should be able to start. We are going to be discussing the short part, the real assured science-backed path to optimal health, rejuvenation, and vitality. The type that will not have side effects. I know most of you know me, and we know all the medical team, medical doctors, pharmacists. You know, I'm a pharmacist by profession, retired though not tired. You know, they say these days, with the baby boomers, we retire to refire. Because you will soon get to understand we are just the most amazing age. We don't want to age, we don't want to have all these degenerative diseases at all. And God so kind, science has revealed that it's not about the medical science in your head, but it's a backing, and the medical team will be able to lead you into all the facts that you'll be able to discover for yourself. That health and rejuvenation is your primary responsibility to make you fruitful on this planet Earth. God has put us and said, go and be fruitful. That is the first injunction. Imagine a camel that is carrying load or carrying somebody somewhere and is going. Now the camel is weak, is tired, they can no longer take the person to that destination. You will notice that this body is a terrain to take you to that fruitfulness, to that life God has bestowed on us. If you don't take primary responsibility, if you continuously say it's not my portion, and you take reactive action to acute, disease state, or you just wait for something to happen before you take action, you see that that is the negligence that is the root cause of all diseases. Health is a gift. Sickness is due to negligence, out of maybe ignorance. Maybe that's why the Bible is also telling us, my people perish, they suffer, they destroy themselves, they are unfruitful because of lack of knowledge. So a warm welcome to every one of you to this Zoom meeting, this sharing. We are going to have an amazing time. I will make it as brief as possible. I know a lot of people have reached out to me and say, Mommy, you're always so fast. I'm like, because I have a lot of things to deliver, and a lot of people are too anxious to go out there and make money, and they don't want to listen to the basic truth that we will give them that sure route. Because a healthy body is a prosperous body. A healthy mind can actually plan and make more money and prosper more. You need to understand how it was. But I'll try and take it slow this time so that we can all follow. Before now, we have discussed a lot of things about lifestyle modifications that will affect our, well-being, that will make us healthy throughout life. We have discussed all the scientific researches, but I'm going to be streamlining on those basic things that we seem to just overlook. Because a lot of the questions, a lot of the concerns I hear or feedback I see with people are those things we just seem to neglect. Because when I just mention it on a general note, poor diet, inadequate nutrition, they think it's about just the food you eat. Something as simple as water that you drink, the way you even just drink it can be a problem. Let me give you an example. When we were in school, we were told that there is what we call diabetes insipidus, which is diabetes due to too much water in the system. Why? Because of the way you are drinking. If you wake up in the morning, let's say you are the type that already you've gone through my lectures before, I always encourage people drink warm water when you wake up in the morning, or aloe vera gel with probiotic. And I said, you don't gulp all the water you drink throughout the day. When you're doing exercises, you don't just take the bottle of water and just gulp. No, you sip it in so that it gets absorbed into your cells. And then the intracellular cells and intercellular, that balance will always be there for you, and will not be overwhelming the kidney or disturbing your electrolytes and all that. Drinking water is very important, but the way you drink it is also important. That's why I've decided to break these things down so we understand. When I just mention poor diet, I'm not just talking about the rice, stew, and so many other things that we eat. When I talk of lack of physical activity, I'm not talking of somebody, maybe you hawk from maybe island to the mainland. You think because of that you are active, or you are even struggling, or no. There's a difference between strolling and trekking. There are two different things. One is suffering that increases the cortisol, the stress hormone in the system. The other is different because it's positive. It's positive mindset. It kind of gives your body positive hormones to help the body heal itself. There are two different things. So we need to understand when we are talking about deep sleep deprivation, it's not about the 8 hours of sleep, just getting it, but how it is going. So I'm going to spend more time on all this so that we will all understand how we should take our lifestyle modification to prevent these diseases, to reverse these diseases and correct what is going wrong inside the body. We need to reverse and remove all silent killer diseases. I call them silent killer diseases because most of the time they don't present signs and symptoms until they are ready to take life, or at best the person will be on drug with serious side effect for the rest of his or her life. Somebody asked me one, let me call it, I don't want to say amazing or shocking question because it's the reality, that, okay, they just finished all the chemotherapy, the person is on stage 4 cancer, and they are saying, no, there's nothing they can do anymore. So are they just expecting this person to just go home and die? I'm like, that is where the challenge is. That is why we are not going to be relying on all these acute diseases to just manifest. And then we are not looking for, quick fix that can just fix it. No, it doesn't really happen like that. There's no one single pill that can take you back to where you were if you allow the degeneration to happen to an extent. I showed you before the wellness scale. And as it is going down, unless you take conscientious effort, be intentional about your well-being, invest in your health, invest in your well-being. Everything you have, your time, your treasure, like you're attending this presentation, it's an investment. Your treasure, your time, your talents, that's why you're able to use your brain to process the information I'm going to give today, and you make a wise decision on the direction you want to go. If you want a head span, what I mean by head span is different from lifespan. Lifespan is how many years you live. Head span is how many of those years you are actually strong, healthy, filled with vitality. I decided to show you. You can also Google it through any of all these or Gemini or ChatGPT. The global wellness market right now, as I'm talking to you, it was today I just Googled it to put this one here for us to understand where we are going to. It's not a Nigerian thing. It's reaching 6.3 trillion. I said it again, trillion, not billion, not million, dollars, not naira, in this 2023. When I was in university about 40 years ago, our prof would hardly talk about therapeutic nutrition. We say, don't worry, it will not come in your exam. Vitamin A is antioxidant, this is that. Don't worry about it. It's not going to come in your exam. It wasn't even a core course. It wasn't. But right now, in the medical school, if you don't pass it, you don't cross over, you don't even progress. That's to tell you it has become a core course for people to understand how God created this body to, work in the first place, what you can do, and how you can help people, how you can self-lead people, because people are becoming aware, whether you like it or not. The medical industry is going through a major paradigm shift. You can't stop it. This market is projected to continue to grow. And in the year 2028, just 3 years from now, it is going to hit at least, according to population, 9 trillion. 9 trillion US dollar. That's why I want you to understand wisdom is profitable to direct. It is directing the world right now because people can easily get information. Human beings are becoming conscious, about seeking natural wellness solutions. That person I was telling you about that was giving death sentence, say we have finished all the chemotherapy and all the rest. He was given 3 months to live. It's almost 3 years plus now. He's still alive. He's still alive because people are becoming conscious about, wellness solution. Nature has always known it best, or has always given the best solution, the way God has designed the body to function. If you just understand it and align yourself with it, you will just be good. No matter where you are living, even if it's the most polluted area, even if you are genetically predisposed to any disease, even if you are aging, like some of us now, we are now going to our 70s and we are like, oh, this is when life is starting. This is exciting. for us to know. I want everybody to understand. The fitness industry also had a challenge because they noticed that those who were exercising, major athletes, were having these degenerative diseases like all these Parkinson's disease. They were having all these dementia. They were having sudden death. Somebody's playing football, just finished swimming, he just collapsed and is dead. And investigation revealed that most of these fitness enthusiasts, if you have time, Google the man, Dr. Kenneth Cooper, his book on antioxidant revolution, you will see that he was the one that discovered that fitness enthusiasts were not taking antioxidants enough. They were not helping their bodies with all these anti-nutrients that they take, or because of the way they are stressing the body, they are not helping the body to rejuvenate, in accordance with the stress, because they are overdoing it, but they are not helping the body back with therapeutic nutrition. And with that, entering the fitness industry, now a lot of people are organizing themselves. That's why you see that the wellness industry is having a boom, because they are seeing a difference in the way they feel, in the way they age, the way they look. The aging population like us, like I said, we aim at maintaining vitality, strength. I want to play with my grandchildren, with my great-grandchildren. They are coming. My grandchildren are a lot. Most of them are all boys. We play a lot. And that is how every one of us should age. Individuals with health challenges, even if you already have it, you can reverse it. I give you an example. The challenge with sugar these days, with metabolic dysfunction, insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, if you just know what to eat more and reduce all the other ones that have put your pancreas into that challenge that is disturbing your insulin and is causing the insulin resistance, or you have been trying to manage your weight, any day you stop, you gain it back with extras or with Jara and all the rest. If you want it to stop, we will just direct you from not just the food supplements, but yes, you will have to add a lot of lifestyle modification. It's not just the low nutrients you have in the diet. You have to, even if you are very rich, you can eat or any food you want. You can eat salad 24/7. You will see that because you are not the one producing them, because of genetically modified food that we are having now, because of the fertilizers, the acidic soils, and so many challenges processing of the food, you cannot go back to Stone Age when we were so close to nature. But here we are. If I have time, I'll be able to take you to all the certification of this company. One company in the whole world that saw this vision 47 years ago, hello, 47 years ago, and decided that no, we will produce organic, natural food, in complete food, nutrients.
Okay.
These food supplements will now be organic, natural. They will be made available in their absorbable form. So that no matter where the wind is blowing you, no matter what the world is going to, no matter the modernization, no matter the chemicalization, no matter what is happening, you'll be able to detoxify what the body doesn't need, and you'll be able to give back to the body this body healing food at the cellular level, so that the body can on its own heal itself. It's a support mechanism, because there is no way you can stop the bird from flying, but don't allow them to poo on your head. That is what we are talking about. See that the consumer's interest in the natural beauty skincare is improving so much, because people are becoming aware, reading all the labels before they take something. Somebody was, promoting our deodorant. It is not antiperspirant. It doesn't stop you from sweating, because sweating is release of what? Toxic load. So you will still sweat, but it's produced with aloe vera that has antibacterial effect. So that smell doesn't come because the bacteria has no opportunity to produce toxins. But when you take antiperspirant, because you don't want to smell, you don't want the odor that comes from the sweat, the sweating. You see this antiperspirant, because they contain aluminum and zirconium and all these anti-sweating or antiperspirant that you have in them, you will be causing more harm than good, because the lymph nodes very close to the armpit, it will affect your lymph node, and before you know it, the person is developing breast cancer. That's why you're seeing men are not developing breast cancer, because they also once in a while try to use their oh, this thing smells nice. It's not about smelling nice. So I want you to understand about your skincare. Anything you cannot put in your mouth, don't put on your skin. So we too have diversified into skincare so that you have no opportunity to pollute your body at all. But because you cannot stop the one you are inhaling, the one you are buying from food, the one that you are putting in different parts of the body, we still have opportunity for you to detoxify from time to time. People are looking for natural energy boosting supplements, natural vitamins, natural products, natural things that will help the body be able to heal itself. Young adults, senior members of the society, we are all embracing sustainable, holistic lifestyle. That is why you can see this boost that is happening, and it shows no sign of going down. You can see 47 years, we have been in the leadership role, and we are paying out billions to people on a monthly basis, yet the company is still booming, booming. And this is the best opportunity for you to key into this home-based business, either part-time or full-time. But that is why I'm doing this presentation, so that you know that you are self-leading others. They say charity begins at home. Let it start with your terrain, with your body, that you are actually now using the product for yourself. Like I said, for the first few people that join, I'm going to have opportunity to show you how that system really works. Home-based business seekers, they are attracted by personal and financial growth opportunities, which is available in these full supplements, we might call the affiliate marketing system. Because we don't want anybody to say it's because I don't have money, that's why I'm not using them. That is why it is designed for those who have money and those who don't have money. If you don't have money, but at least you can be kind enough, have a kind heart to refer people to us, not to allow people to suffer and say it's not my portion, it's not my brother, it's not my sister, so because of that, it's not a problem. Approach the person. If I approach the person will abuse me, and so what? They abuse Jesus Christ, no big deal. Let them abuse you, but you would have done your part. Like Christ was telling Jeremiah, let them abuse you, but the fact is that if you don't tell them and they get the payment or the problem for not, abiding, it is their problem. But if you tell them and they reject you, good enough. Celebrate it. In fact, that's where you should be very happy, celebrating yourself, because you are a force for good. You are agent of change. You are here to provide value, and people will always reject what they don't know, what they don't understand. That is natural. It takes time and patience. So I want you to know that the law of nutrition that these are supplements provide, which are like vitamins, minerals, trace elements, antioxidants, amino acid, they give you that support. They give the body processes, all the critical functions that determine health, vitality, longevity, and everything that you want in life, even for your brain to be able to plan good businesses, relationship, and memories, social wealth, and everything that you want in life, including your immunity. A lot of people are having malaria now, typhoid and all the rest, cough, TB. You will see that two people can be in the same situation. Mosquito will bite some people, even if the whole body is solely with mosquito bite, they won't have malaria. There are some, only one mosquito, they are only one malaria parasite in their system, they're already on admission. Some will have plus, 3+, and they are just moving about their normal duty. That's what we're talking about. So it's also about you not supporting your immune system. Because when you lack some nutrients, because you think you are eating well, but some nutrients are just missing only for one day, it can also affect one process or the other. That is what we want to guide against. And if you have this nutrient in surplus, it can also cause a problem. That is why you must stick with the company that has the science to let you know which you can take and how do you take it so that your body takes it as at when it needs it. That is very important. In fact, that was what first blew my mind as a pharmacist. When I came in contact with this company, I saw that the products that are available in this company, they give the body what they need as at when they need it. So you don't have the chance of overdose, and you don't have the chance of being undernourished at all. Inadequate nutrition cannot happen to you. Those cannot happen. I give you an example. If you go to the chemist to buy our vitamin C, you will see that your body will always eliminate them anytime you urinate or you sweat. So at some point in time, because vitamin C is very important in almost every function, in every cell, almost every process in the body, at one point or the other needs vitamin C. In fact, there are so many. So everybody, one way or the other, should always take vitamin C. When you take them in some food nutrients, especially when orange was still orange. Let me give that as an example. When it was produced organically and the rest, your body will take it as at when it needs it. But the one you have that have been synthesized from petroleum byproduct, the way we just use the chemical structure to produce vitamin C, anytime you urinate or you sweat, you will just eliminate everything. And when you're having health challenge because of lack of vitamin C, they will say, okay, take heavy dose like 1,000, kilogram or 1,000 units of it. When you take that 1,000 units of it, you will not have excess of it and start having kidney stones. These are the challenges you have with drugs. But when you take it like our absorbent C, which is still organically produced, but even to make sure that you don't have excess, it has been fortified with oat bran, which is called slow release preparation, in the sense that your body will take it as at when you need it. Even if your child that is 1 day old takes, overdose of that, you can never have any effect or negative effect on the kidneys, because your body will eliminate what it doesn't want and it will take only what it wants from it. That is just one example to let you know the length or how far this company will go to make sure that you have the best of the best of organic natural products that will never jeopardize your health. So please know that it is something to understand about balancing the intake of your macronutrients, your micronutrients, your vitamins, your minerals, your trace elements, your body healing food, so that there is no gap at all. 24/7, especially with the way the world is going now, we all need to understand that there's a connection between any of your organ and the other parts of the body. I discussed with you people the last week that the same cell that formed the gut also form the brain. So if your gut is healthy, your brain is healthy. If your brain is healthy, the entire body, of course, can be instructed on how they can process information, how they can be healthy. So the connection between the gut and the head and overall well-being cannot be overemphasized. In fact, that's why they say death begins from the colon, which means also health begins from the colon. And I advise everybody, just like I personally don't play with my probiotic and aloe vera gel. And somebody was asking me, Mommy, you are in Canada, you still have the Nigerian aloe vera gel. I still have it too, because I don't know, I just prefer it. This is the one we have here in Canada. I so much prefer this Nigerian one, because I just still feel and know that I'm taking, though they are the same, one is more liquefied. But taking one probiotic every day with aloe vera gel and taking soluble fiber with, as your snack, will help you rearrange the microbial flora of your digestive tract. It will help prevent leaky gut syndrome. It will help you absorb all the nutrients, everything that your body needs at the cellular level will get to their site of action. Because number one, aloe vera gel helps you to transport, all the nutrients to their site of action. When you eat or you take nutrient or you take drugs, most of them will not get to their site of action. But aloe vera gel has a carrier. It has lignin that helps, all these semi-permeable membrane to be able to select what it wants and take away what it doesn't want. So because of that, you need this on a daily basis. At least even if you take it every two months, every three months, every four months, depending on how much you can afford it. By the end of this presentation, like I said, for those of us that came earlier, I might be able to just give you a tip on how you can be getting these products free of charge, because it's a referral system. It's a kind of system that help people, so that even when you don't have money, all you need to do is to have the love to be able to reach out to people. You're able to build resilience through stress management products that are available, your Blossom tea, your Royal Jelly, and your Arctic Sea. The Arctic Sea, I'm not going to miss words with that. Everybody, even from conception, from delivery, even for the mother and the child, or as we grow older, we need Arctic Sea, which are unsaturated fatty acid. They are essential, but we cannot give them from any food we eat because they are heat labor. That's why you should not also go and buy the one you have in some of the chemists that are big capsules. They are very, very cheap. They have been extracted through the simplest, cheapest method, which is heat. When you heat it, water and oil will separate and they'll just pour it away and pack for you. But this our Arctic Sea from forever. You see that the company has taken the pains to make sure that, you know, it is cold extracted. When you do that, you see preserve the potency of the active ingredients. Very important. If the child cannot swallow, just open it and put in a teaspoon, mix it with the Forever Kids or Peace and Peaches for the children to take, and for us adults 2-3 times a day with our meal. Very important. Any day you are not taking this one, it means in the few days to come when it will report, you too will have to go through all the stress and all the problem that comes with not getting enough of this Arctic Sea in the brain or royal jelly. So it will help you sleep well, it will help your exercise, it will help your mindfulness, it will help. You know, I was telling somebody, all these things are actually coded in most of our spiritual book, like our Bible and all the rest. Mindfulness, when they are telling you yoga and the rest, and is that not the meditation and the prayers or the psalms and the rose? You know, all the things that we have been taught. When they are talking of autophagy now that they have just discovered, the person that discovered the science behind autophagy actually won a Nobel Prize for that. Meanwhile, the Bible has told us before, from time to time, we should fast. And when I became a Christian, the first thing or the first challenge was, how am I going to fast? Oh, if I fast, I will have us. If I fast like this, I'm not feeling well. This is that. That time I had fibroid. Oh, I cannot fast because I would be turning me and not the rest. I remember the leaders say, okay, just eat only fruit. But gradually, in the prayer meeting, at least we'll have 2 days, you must always fast. We didn't know that that was God actually healing us physically. It might be more than that, makes you more sensitive spiritually, but you will see God has always had it correctly there. All these things they are talking about, now exercise and all the rest, is that not the one? Some people be telling you how to clap hand and all the rest. Your hand. I've read a lot of YouTube, seen a lot of YouTube demonstrations telling you how this helps the hand, how raising up the hand like this helps the blood to come down into your chest. And just know that from the beginning, God has always had it right. A good sleep. Because when you put your trust in God, when you decide that, oh, you want to sleep, just take your royal jelly and your blossom tea every night. You will see you will sleep like a baby. When I say sleep like a baby, doesn't mean you feel like a baby. Oh, my grandson say you sleep like a baby, you now be feel like a baby. No, what we mean by that is that you will sleep so peacefully. Physical recovery takes place at that time. Remember, there are 3 phases in every day, in every human being's life, whether you like it or not. Every 8 hours, from that 4 a.m. to 12 noon, a period of 8 hours is when you're supposed to be eliminating. From that 12 noon to 8 p.m. is when your body is supposed to go appropriating nutrients, everything. That's when you're supposed to take as many of these supplements as possible. And then, of course, from 8 to 4 a.m. again is supposed to be when you sleep. Appropriation, your body, your eye will say, I need vitamin A, we go and take it. The bone will say, I need calcium, you will go and take it. But if it gets there and doesn't see calcium to take, it will take it from your bone, and that bone will start having weakness. Before you know, they say osteoporosis, the person is having pain, the bone, any small fall, the person will break bone and all the rest. So if you not take your calcium regularly from time to time, you will see that, or nature meal. I prefer the nature meal, but I still take calcium once in a while, because as women, especially women, we need the calcium. But every human being needs the nature meal on a daily basis, because the soil is so acidic now, it does not allow the uptake of metals into the plants anymore. And we are now using ammonia fertilizers. For some of us who are science oriented, you know, ammonia fertilizer is a false metal because it's called N. N is nitrogen. H, hydrogen is also air. Nitrogen is also air. So when you say NH4, it's a false metal, because metals are supposed to be like the minerals. But here you have two air, you know, just use wisdom to be able to understand this. That when you say something is a false metal, it's pretending to be what it is not. And the plants will look very luxurious, will look very fine and all the rest, but in reality, it doesn't contain any mineral, because it was planted with what? Nitrogen and hydrogen. But it's carrying a positive sign because NH becomes positive. That's what science is doing to most of the food we are eating, genetically modifying them, putting in all those chemicals that will make it attractive to us. But in reality, we are not getting the nutrition that is supposed to help us live better. And of course, I want us to understand, because I see a lot of people, they have all imbibed that truth because they see how they feel. People have seen a lot of results from exercising. You cannot overemphasize the importance of exercises. It is the core after nutrient. Nutrient is the number one. That's why you see diet, nutrient, nutrition, because if you exercise very well and you don't have adequate nutrition 24/7, you will still have the degenerative diseases. If you take all the nutrition very well, but you exercise, like we always tell people who are doing C9, 30 minutes maximum or 30 minutes thereabout, you'll be able to activate all the cells of the body. So exercise is very important, but to not do exercise without removing toxic load. Please, can you mute those who are talking? Without removing the toxic load that you already have in the system. Sorry, I'm trying to mute all those people who are talking. Mute. Okay, thank you. So you cannot overemphasize the importance of exercise. But if you do the exercise, running here and there, like I told you before, that's the challenge the fitness industry is having now. When you don't remove the toxic load, you see the liver, when it sees a toxin in anything you've eaten or applied on the system that has entered the blood cells, the liver will take it out and cover it with a fat lobule, especially for fat-soluble pollutants. The water-soluble pollutants, or the ones it can saponify, it will be able to eliminate them when you sweat and you drink water or you drink aloe vera gel, and it will be able to eliminate them immediately out of the system. But fat-soluble pollutant cannot be eliminated by sweating or urinating. And the liver is having a hard time saponifying the fat-soluble pollutants we are eating, because somebody will wake up in the morning, fry egg with oil and all those things. In the afternoon, we eat meat with a lot of oil in between. The evening, we eat ogbolo soup. Ogbolo has oil, we still use oil to cook it. Goosey has oil, we still use oil to cook it. Fried rice, fried meat, just like that, morning, afternoon, evening. Buns, bread, and all the rest. And the liver is having a hard time. We are not talking about the one we are inhaling, no. We're not talking about the one we have applied on the system or the hair or artificial things we are putting on. The liver is having a hard time detoxifying these fat-soluble pollutants from the system. So to protect you, it will create a fat lobule and put the toxin, the substance that would have destroyed vital organs. You will quickly put it there and store them in the muscle. That's why you have fat lobules. They are not active because they don't have mitochondria to contribute meaningfully to our well-being, but they help, store all these fat soluble pollutants. So many. That's why it's somebody that's always drinking Coke, Fanta, eating buns, eating snacks here and there. They are weaker and weaker and weaker, but they're always looking for more because they need more fat lobules to store these pollutants. And if that person starts to run, do exercise, go to the gym, do all these things, and you burn off those fat lobules, you have released those fat soluble pollutants to the system to go and destroy vital organs. And the person can have sudden collapse, sudden organ failure, sudden death. The person can have a lot of challenges here and there, even cancers, dementia, because that fat soluble pollutant has gone to vital organs to start causing problems. But if you do the C9, you have removed those fat soluble pollutants from the system. You have given your body the load of antioxidant to remove free radicals, which are disease-causing elements. When you say something is free, what does it mean? It means it's like area, but it's free to do whatever it likes. Radical, this thing is going to be very, very destructive on the system. So science call them free radicals because they are generated by even ordinary metabolism. You just sit down, you are breathing in and out, you are producing free radicals. But they get increased when you take alcohol, you take mineral, you smoke, or you inhale carbon anyhow, or you apply any toxic substance on the system, or you take drug, you are under stress, you are doing exercises, If I want you are doing exercise, it's just multiplying in exponential ratio into the system, free radical. That's why we always say once you finish exercise, you take aloe vera gel immediately. It's not because we just want you to drink. No, because aloe vera gel is known all over the world now as this single source most powerful antioxidant that can settle those free radicals at the cellular level. So you start today by taking your Clean9 or any of all these products to help you burn all those fats and then remove the disease causing element from the system, and then you have food that are already micronized, made available in their absorbable form. So your body is going through autophagy. I discussed autophagy here already. Remember, if you can go back to my past slides, you see what we discussed about autophagy, the ability God has built into our system. The period of between 1 week to 2 weeks is what science has discovered, minimum, that your body can stay out of digesting food for those periods. And it will eat up dead cells. I told you could Google it. Senescent cells, Senencent, senescent cells, or partially damaged cells, or toxins in the system. The body has the ability to eat them. It's like once in a while when we wake up, we say, oh, we want to do environmental sanitation by removing clothes we no longer want. We take to the orphanage, we clean up the things that are not usable, we throw those ones away. The body has the ability to do that. But all that time, if you are eating, your body will never do it. It will be storing the toxins quick. But when you give your body rest, and FFP, in the wisdom of science backing this, have been able to pin it down to 9 days, average of 9 days. You see that is why you no longer get the weight back when you stop doing C9, or you can even go into the fitness, or you can do it for a longer time by just buying the Garcinia separate, buy the Temp separate, buy the soluble fiber, the ultralight separate, and the aloe vera gel separate. Because if the body is big like this, just imagine, I give you just 2 instances. It's big, very big like this. And the way God created the body before to be was supposed to be like this. Your body mass index is supposed to be 25. That's your weight in parts over your height. If you divide it, it's 25 plus or minus 1 is, acceptable. But some people, the body, instead of being like this, instead of 25, has gone to 30. Some have gone to 35. Some have gone to 45. So obesity, morbid obesity, all those ones are existing. And they think all is well because they are not having headache, because they are not feeling unwell and all the rest. But the small heart that was created to pump blood to extremities meaning, let's say, the tip of the hand, the head, the brain, all those small blood vessels in the brain, even the feet and all the rest. This small heart that is supposed to pump blood to just this size is now forced to pump blood to this kind of size. Put yourself in the position of the heart. How will you feel? You'll be pumping, and be saying, God, they're overworking me here. Oh, God, come on. Hey, this body is overworking me. After some times, even your body or God will say, if they're overworking you, your rest now, cardiac arrest will not happen. God forbid. That's what we don't want. That's what we say. Reduce the size to how God created the body to be, so that the heart can pump blood to extremities easily. Also, the same thing for those of us who take a lot of salt, a lot of sugar, a lot of all these other things that make the blood thick. Imagine if you make water to flow through the pipe and it's ordinary water, it will flow easily. But when you thicken it, maybe with sugar, no, let me know what can thicken water more now. Maybe with something slimy, something, maybe mud. You put a little mud into the water. It will not flow easily through the pipe the way ordinary water will flow through. The same thing when you eat all this junk food from time to time, mineral, ice cream, this is that. What you eat once in a while is not the problem. It's what you eat, so frequently that we're talking about. So exercise is important, but you must start by detoxifying what the body doesn't need from, the body. That is why Clean9 is a necessity, but not luxury. You see a lot of people, when they finish, they say, I just feeling my skin, I'm feeling good, my skin is glowing, my body is, filled with energy, all these small joint pains and all the rest, they are no longer there. In fact, I saw on our platform, Sinai platform, 84, I think that Papa is now 84. When he joined us, he was 82 or something. He's now 84, and he's just started his C9. I think yesterday or so I saw on the platform, I was just celebrating. And now he came in with some group of his friends. I think 2 started today. So I want you to understand, it's not by age. It is for everybody to be able to what? Get that lifespan that you deserve. I've already mentioned all these things, but I want you to know that there's science behind it. This is how you neutralize the free radicals. You support autophagy because we have the food micronized in the absorbable form, ready to heat the body from inside. And so they just go to their site of action, bioavailability at its optimum level, so that all the critical function that determines health, vitality in all the vital organs are still taking place naturally. Like the brain says, oh, I need vitamin B, says, oh, I need magnesium. It will come and take it. It will take care of itself. The bone says, I need calcium. It will take calcium. But the stomach is actually resting. So autophagy is taking place, and all the dead cells are being cleaned up. By the end of 9 days, you see your body rejuvenating. And also it helps you to prevent sarcopenia. I told you sarcopenia is a normal aging process where the amino acid that makes up the protein, or that makes up the muscles, are being, absorbed small. That's why you see when a human being is just born, and you see the body is fluffy, it's looking fresh and all that. But as you grow older, you start seeing it sucking in. Why? Because the muscles are being taken off on a daily basis, especially once you stop producing growth hormone at the age of 35, the sarcopenia starts. But you can be conscientious in stopping it. What do? You do clean night from time to time. You take forever light from time to time. You take Agi Plus, which is, the amino acid, before you go for any exercise when you are not on clean night. But forever light and B-Polin are the two major products that will help you prevent sarcopenia. So your muscles are strong, your metabolism is optimal, your all those insulin resistance, metabolic dysfunction, thyroid challenge, and the rest will not come to you. So you need them for organ support. You need to break the fear mode, because when you starve the body, like some people are going to take some of all these chemical drugs we have in the pharmacy, Ozempic and all the rest, to say, oh, I want to lose weight. You see, when you stop, because when you were taking this drug, it is suppressing the brain. There's what you call the blood-brain barrier. It's suppressing the brain. It's not making the brain to be able to process the correct information. It's giving the brain the information that, oh, I'm not hungry. So you are not feeling hungry, but the vital organs are starving. They are starving. They're like, oh, they're dying. Some people have even gone into coma sometimes because they are trying to suppress the appetite. They are using appetite suppressor drug to suppress appetite. You have put the body to a fear mode. When you start to eat, your body will want to eat over because it wants to break away from that fear mode. So that cycle will now continue. That's why you see some people, when they stop eating, they lose weight. When they start eating, they will get weight back with extra. So the cycle continues. They get frustrated and they're like, let me just eat a bag. There's no way I can do this. But when you do see now, you don't have that fear mode, and you don't have the cycles, excuse me. So detoxification, like I mentioned to you, is the starting point, the resetting metabolic dysfunction and breaking the fear mode, supporting the vital organs, preventing sarcopenia, doing your autophagy in a healthy way is what we are recommending. You can see a lot of people, I know some of all, I think virtually all of them are even here with us today. They are part of this presentation. All you need to do is to start taking them. I am not fat. I've never been fat. Only big tummy I've ever had, and that was when I had a fibroid. But I do Sinai every three months. Worst scenario when we didn't have Sinai for some time, because all over the world, Sinai is moving like fire. You can see when they say $1 trillion rich company, be asking yourself how much of that will be your own, because when you cannot get it free of charge, if you follow the system that we are going to teach you, it will enhance your exercise. You will start today. You see that even if you are very slim, you need C9. Some people do it twice a year. I do it 4 times a year because I love the way it makes me feel. You can imagine. When you start having grandchildren and you are strong and healthy and all the rest, you will prefer it because it's better than going to spend money in the hospital. I know this couple very well. When they joined us, how big they were when they just got married. Now she has how many children? She has up to 2, 3, I can't remember. But she still does the C9 regularly. And you can see managers we have met in most international rallies. So You see that, like I mentioned to you today, you have to understand how the products work. They work together. Synergy means potentiating the effect, the positive effect of each other. For example, I have a testimony of a man whose challenge was ulcer sore that was refusing to heal. And we used the product to treat the ulcer. As he was taking the product, his testimony was that the most amazing thing was that he was only taking the product to treat the ulcer sore. The ulcer sore got healed. He only discovered that he just took his Bible and was able to read without glasses. So while taking care of the challenge down, he was able to take care of the challenge up, even though that was not the target. What I mean is that when you take body healing food, it will also go to other areas to heal the body. When you take drugs, it will go to other areas to cause side effects. Which one will you choose? Wisdom is profitable to direct. Choose the synergy, the way God, created the body. We also have a pack called the Save a Heart Pack. You do your own part. Range of products. We have the medical team to direct you what to do. All you need to do is to reach out to the person that invited you here, and you will understand what products to take. Yes, it's slow and steady. I'm not saying it's like drug. You just take the paracetamol now, even though paracetamol has been known now to have a side effect of cancer and so many other ones. You will see that some people still take it anyhow. Somebody is chewing gum always. It has a headache, taking paracetamol. What kind of life is that? What we are saying is you will take these products and you will have the desired effect. It's usually an average of 3 months, depending on how long or whatever health challenge, or even if it's just the fear that it is, genetically predisposed in the family, so you are afraid that somebody will have it, or you are within the age. For example, we all know that any man from the age of 35, when you no longer produce that testosterone so much, starts to go down, you shouldn't start fighting it by looking for women, other people that will attract your mind when the hormone is not yet balanced. No, what you should look for is the food, what the prostate gland needs to be able to, recover, to maintain itself. And for those men who are in it, I remember, in fact, this is that Vitalize for Men is one of my greatest, how would I call it, exciting recommendations, because I always have the report back. It has never failed anybody, especially at the dose. In fact, from here, I want to remind everybody, in our food supplement, we have to understand what we call therapeutic dose is different from normal daily requirements. If you don't have any health challenge, you just want to prevent, you just want to have a healthy lifespan, you want to grow up healthily, and you are here today, don't wait for an acute challenge before you start taking our products. You will just be taking what is written on the body, just one or two, depending on how you need it. You may not even take them every month. Like Cigna, you don't do it every day, you don't do it every month. I take cardio health. I don't have any heart related problem. Like I can take every other month, or every two months, every three months, depending on how I just feel like taking it. But if you now have the challenge that maybe the person already has high blood pressure, or the person already has stroke, or the person has been diagnosed of maybe ventricular atrophy, or any of all those things, you will now have to take what we call therapeutic dose. The normal daily dose for cardio, for example, is just one a day. But if the person already has hypertension, it's 1-2 times a day. That's what I mean by that. You need to understand that the dose will not be the same. For example, RTC is just 2-3 times a day, normal dose. I take every day. But if you already have the challenge, for the first 1 month, you see that you will be required to take like minimum 4 2 times a day. Some people take like 4 3 times a day for the first 1 week. After that, 4 3 times a day, and you see everything coming down to normal. It doesn't stop you from taking your pharmaceutical drug, because these are called adjunct therapy. There are no drug interaction, because they are food. Normally, you will use olive oil to cook. You will use fish or smoke. You don't need to even smoke it. Some people eat raw salmon and all the rest. So what you have here are just cold processed active ingredients from those things that you would have eaten originally, and they are produced organically to make sure you get the best. We normally use garlic to cook, we normally use thyme to cook, but the active ingredients that will make you have the therapeutic benefits have been combined there. So if you already have the hypertension, you now have to take higher doses. of that. I need us to understand that therapeutic doses are usually different. For prostate health, this is what you need, the full pack. But if you don't yet have any challenge, just the aloe vera gel or berry nectar and vitalize is just enough. But if you have erectile dysfunction, instead of going to take all the pills that will affect the heart, that will disturb the heart muscle, just take the multi-marker that originally have the nitric oxide. We already have the aloe vera gel. You take it with the Vitalize, you'll be amazed. In fact, there was one man that took the Vitalize multi-marker and the boost, our forever boost, and he was coming to ask the wife was so surprised and came back asking us, oh, which drug will I give my husband? We now told her, you too can take the multi-marker. I thank God the couple, they are happy today and they are very grateful to God. And of course, if you have ulcer, arthritis, we have all the different packs. There are so many. I know time will not be enough for us to go into all of them. We have all the success story, real life. Okay, that was our then, he just started his sinner again. And of course, blessing also, she was looking for fruit of the womb before she could even start the fertility pack, just sinner, and she got pregnant. And I thank God for her life. And that's my sister at 72. You can just look at her armpit, it's so clean because she uses her deodorant stick all the time. So I also know of a lot of women who have all these dark spots, but during summer or when they go out, they want to go for swimming pool, they're ashamed to wear all these swimming pants. They will have to wear something halfway so that to cover those dark spots. I assure you don't need that now. Just buy your roll-on and keep rubbing there. Within 1 or 2 months, your body, your inner thighs will be as clean, as clean. You will be so amazed. Everybody seeing it will be praising it. Your legs will be so attractive. So experience the power of nature by reaching out to the person that invited you here today to use the product from head to toe. And you choose this product, you have choose quality, you choose sustainability, you choosing the best product. It is money back guaranteed, but 47 years in this industry, still in the leadership role, will tell you that we have unique product, we have unique business model, we are the best, highest paying in affiliate marketing all over the world. Now we won a lot of certificates to that. Innovative leadership, we have the best, or what you might call the highest. In fact, that's why they are calling us aloe vera company, highest producer of aloe vera all over the world in 3 different continents of the world. I have been to all the continents. I was so blown away in our nutraceuticals as a pharmacist when I got there to see the extent this company will go to give you the best, One of the plantation, I think the one in Dominican Republic, we couldn't even go through it. We have to take a chopper to be flying around. It's so big, the expanse of land. And plantain sucker grows, aloe vera grows like plantain sucker. You don't need to buy plant seed to plant. You just take from the leaves, the big herbs, and you replant in another plantation. We still do crop rotation to today, and we use the fillet, the part that we remove the outer layer to do as organic manure. And we don't use herbicide, we don't use chemical. That means we don't impute money, but we harvest billions of gallons of aloe vera gel on a daily basis, and we are well represented, well respected, well recognized in more than 140 countries of the world. I think right now we have even reached 160 something or 170, I can't remember. But what is important is that in all the leading countries of the world, what is amazing me is that a country like Japan, where you have lots of people that are in their hundreds, still driving buses, 80 something. I hear that we say there, you see 80 something years old man driving bus, women, they're in their hundreds, they are still celebrating, they are still moving about, they are still doing exercises. Do you know that Japan is number 1 in this company? They still drink all these products like pure water because they understand the importance of organic natural food supplements. There in Nigeria, where you don't even have ordinary healthcare system, you don't have free medical care, people are telling you, oh, now God had the day, it's not my portion, or no, you don't need food supplement, just go and see your doctor. It doesn't stop you from seeing your doctor. I still do my test and all the rest to make sure everything is okay. But make sure you are taking them. See, Germany, where you have free medical care, they are top distributor. In fact, the top 10 are all world leaders, where you have free medical care, but they understand the importance of this unique product. UK is in top 10. South Africa is in top 10. US, Canada, top 10. Just imagine, even India just joined, I think from about 4 or 5 years ago, they just joined top 10. They are now moving up now. I want us to know that God is going to use us to be able to self-lead our country into where we are being lied to say we don't need this product. We all need the products. Remember, health is a gift from God to be maintained with these products. Sickness, ill-health, degenerative diseases, low immunity, they are as a result of negligence, taking the body for granted. You procrastinate. I don't yet have money. And when I finish building the house, when I finish training my children, when I pay my rent, when I do all those ones, but you don't know that you have actually missed the point. You have to start from your body. You have to recommend, you have to be able to see for yourself that this company is committed to integrity, research developments, sustainable practices, strong distribution network, affiliate marketing, adaptability. We have won awards and awards and awards. Like I said, from the soil to plant to product to you. And all these millions we are investing, we don't advertise. The money would have used to advertise, the money would have used to do herbicide and all those ones is being paid to you. So why don't you key into it? Like I said, if we have time, I will tell you how you can use the products free. But if you have money, I will tell you today, just reach out to the person that invited you here. Get your Start Your Journey pack so that you have first experience of a wide range of our products, discounted specially for you. And you can also reach out to others with it. Next week, Monday, don't miss the training for anything. You will notice and understand how the money is made. You will understand how you too can key into it. Out of these trillions of dollars you are seeing that the world is sharing, how much will come to you? Real people, real opportunity. 23 years ago, exactly, my husband and I got a vision of how the power of just one more is powerful. Every month, just use the product, get your desired outcome, be healthy from inside out, and you can now use the product free of charge every month for the rest of your life. And still be able to what? Pay your rent, invest into money activities so that you can retire into big money, big wealth. That is what we are talking about. So I would just like to stop here. I will invite one of our amazing sisters from all the way from East Africa. She is, in fact, one of the people I would say helped us to understand this business more. We have been to South Africa, East Africa, sorry, to visit them. In fact, lovely, lovely family, and they were leading East Africa for a very long time. I think they were, okay, yes, they were the MD of East Africa, actually. So I would like to call my beloved sister, Josephine, to give us a brief testimony for you to understand how these products actually work. They have actually benefited people worldwide. Sister from South Africa, Sister Josephine, please, if you are on, just help me unmute yourself. And Josephine, yeah. From East Africa, sorry, not South Africa. From East Africa. Kenya, yes. Are you there, please, Sister Josephine? Just unmute. Click on your unmute button and give us your brief testimony. Sister Josephine Nwandike, if she's not there, we want people, if you have questions, just type it in the house. Just type your question. And we'll be oh, she's on.
Hi, hello, good morning forever. Good. Hi, this is Josephine from Nairobi, Kenya. It's just the internet that is playing up. So as you've already heard about me, my name is Josephine Mwedikeli. I'm a very excited member of Forever Living Products. It's been an interesting journey since 1995 when I started using the products from this amazing company, Forever Living Products. So first of all, I must say thank you very much for that amazing presentation, Justina. And also thank you very much for inviting me to share my personal testimony about amazing products. So can you all hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, it's
Yes, go
been an
ahead.
Okay, fine. Oh, that's John. That's amazing. Oh no, somebody else. It sounded like John, but somebody else. Okay then. All right. Now, welcome to you all. And I, yes, my journey started in 1995, and it's been an interesting journey. So it started in July 1995 when a friend of mine who knew about my medical challenges at the time came to my house after a very exciting presentation. This took place in UK in Birmingham in those days. So there was a guest speaker, a certain professor from Exeter University, and it was that afternoon. It was a special guest speaker by Forever Living Products, and that topic that day was on kidney issues. So that was on a Saturday. So the following day, a friend of mine, my Irish friend, came because she knew my medical challenges at the time. She came to my house, and she was so excited that, oh, Josephine, I know you've been having these challenges for some time. I know you've been on these different medications, that's the conventional, where it's been giving me a lot of side effects and all that. She said that there was a presentation which was done by this professor from Exeter University, and everything was just about what you told me you were going through. So she came and she brought some products. They were aloe berry nectar. She brought two and a few other supplements as well. And she told me that these are the products he has actually recommended. Just let me go back. Exeter University in the UK, they believe in complementary medicine. So, she brought the products and she said that I should start to take them. And so I just looked at her and said, "You want me to take this product? Don't you know my background? I cannot just take anything without doing my research." And this is the person, this was me then, who was actually sick. I could not go to work. I had issues at the time with not one kidney, two kidneys at the time, that time. I was on so many different medications. And to the extent that where I was working at the time, my background is in pathology for over 26 years. So I used to diagnose all those conditions you've been talking about, different conditions. So for me, in those days, because I was working in pathology department, one of the doctors I used to liaise with medical ground now told me at the time that from what they have seen so far, because they've tried so many different drugs that gave me a lot of side effects, it told me at the time, saying that the only option is to put me on dialysis twice a week. Hearing that, especially for me, when you know a lot about yourself, about what is happening, it's worse than unlike other people. So for me, I just I thought of the worst. The worst thing to happen to me. I said, for me to go on dialysis, I used to work in those renal units, looking up all those what it used to go through patients on dialysis. I said no. I refused. I couldn't go then. From then on, I couldn't even go to work because I got worse. In those days, children, they are very, very innocent. We have three children. And when I used to go to toilet, I used to pass nothing but blood. It was horrible. And the children, they were being the innocent, as I said, they used to say, "Don't go there. Mama has just been to the toilet." The toilet not only used to smell, it was stinking, purulent, hematuria. I was dying. Only God did not open the door for me. So I told this friend, no, 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 no. But God bless my husband, is no longer with us here. Because he was so scared of losing me, through his persuasion, I started to take the products. And to cut a long story short, after taking the products, within three months and 5 days, I remember specifically, I started to feel better. There was no longer hematuria. That's blood in the urine. And I was not able to walk. I was feeling better. And now in between, they've been calling me from the hospital. Come, you're special. You're so special in this hospital. We've got a private room for you. I said I was not ready. So this time when I got better, I did what you call self-referral. So that day, this was Chelsea and Westminster Hospital in London. Now, the consultant who actually told me that I was supposed to go on dialysis twice a week was there together with all medical students and other consultants. Now they were wondering what is Josephine got to doing a self-referral. What's she here to tell them about? So what they did, they took, because they had all my medical history, they had to look, then they took my sample, the urine sample, the blood, everything took, they went quick investigation. And when the report came quickly, they could not believe it was me. They thought they got a wrong patient. They had to call another person who was doing a locum, because it's a very busy hospital department, pathology department. They had to call a local, the one who was doing my work, a locum, to come and actually identify whether it was me. And after that, what they did, they met the consultants, and in conclusion that afternoon, they said that whatever you are taking, continue to take it. Ladies and gentlemen, this was 1995. And I went back home. I started taking it. I felt better. And then I was able to get back to work. Then on getting back to work, I could not, no, I became very much interested in forever living products. I developed what you call aloe mouth, which is very good. It's a contagious disease. I developed that. Everybody I've been telling about forever. I said, you don't have to be sick. Don't be like me. Take a preventive measure. I started to talk. And what happened? I started to feel more interest in nutrition. And that's what actually prompted me to go and study nutrition. I said, whatever has kept giving my life back, I must share with as many people as possible so they do not go through what I went through. Ladies and gentlemen, I was dying. But God said, as I told you, He did not open the gate because He knew there's a mission for me. That's why I'm here today. So, and what after that, I was not interested in business. She was telling me, oh, when I got better, there's business behind it. I said, look at me. For me, just leave me and my diagnosis, leave me and whatever I've been doing. I'm happy. I just want to help you. That's what she told me. I'm not interested. I can't talk. For me, I can't sell anything. But I will help you by the word of mouth. Just telling people, I'll be referring people to you. That was what I said. And now, one day, this is the business side of it. So the products continue. I still use them on the product side, ladies and gentlemen. I'm still using up to today, since 1995. But as for the business, it was that the same lady, she came home one evening, and in UK, the rooms are very small. We were living in a 3-bedroom house, and we've got 3 children. My daughter and the last one, a boy, they were sharing this room together. So my daughter was changing, and my little boy innocently pushed the door, and they started fighting. So my daughter pushed the door, and the nail on the big toe came with dangling, was bleeding. And because my friend has already told me about the products, I used aloe vera jelly tube to stop that bleeding, stop immediately. Then what did she say? Because in UK, if you go to the hospital, you have to see it's a long queue. It's not, you say they have free medical system, but it's not easy to gain a quick access to see somebody quickly. You have to see a triage nurse before you see a specialist and all that. Let me tell you, it's not easy. So anyway, aloe vera jelly saved that the day from that boy from bleeding. That's jelly tube, we call it here in Kenya. And it was after that she sat me down. She said, I'm not asking you to leave your job. I'm just asking you because you already believe in the products. I'm just asking you, come to a meeting with me and come and see other people with similar background, how well you're doing forever. So I don't drive around busy time in London. It was my husband took me. My husband didn't believe. He stayed in the car. He said, just go and see that woman, just follow her, just to get it over. He stayed in the car. I went to the meeting. After that meeting, to go a long story short, I was sold in. I bought in UK. You can buy something on as long as you pay within a month. You can use your credit card. I didn't have the cash, but I used my credit card, so I bought my starter pack. That's how I started the journey. And ladies and gentlemen, it's been an amazing journey since this was 1996. That's when I started the business, doing the business. 1995, I started using the product. So as for the product, I take my products on a daily basis. If you see my bag of supplements, hey, let me tell you, that's what gives me energy. All what Tina has been talking about, very, very important. No, you don't eat rubbish. For me, I don't eat anyhow. I'm very careful because every day I pray, I thank my God. I thank the person who introduced me to the products, and I thank my maker for allowing me to open my eyes and continue to use the product. I also my husband who's longer here with us. So every time I wake up, I feel blessed to be a member of Forever Living Products. It's amazing. If people comply the products, they do deliver. They do deliver. We were brought to Kenya to come and start this business in Kenya, which spread to the whole of East Africa as managing directors. And after we stepped, I started doing business, and I love it. I've been having so many different testimonies all over East Africa. When we talk about fertility issues, Justina mentioned, our products, they do deliver, provided people comply. I've got so many, I call them my aloe babies all over East Africa. They're not just ordinary babies, they're not ordinary children, because some of them are age 12, age 14 now. And they don't talk nonsense. They're super intelligent because of the power of Forever Living Products. So I deal with so many facets of health. And I train medical doctors. Those are interested. I don't tolerate television. I train them on nutrition because many of them, they don't have any clue. They believe in, you were talking about Zempic with all the side effects and all that. They believe in those. Those ones, I say goodbye. But those who are open-minded, I look after them. And we're enjoying the benefits of the products together. I always say my passion is the health of the nation. I love forever, and I drink forever. I take forever. And let me tell you, my advice is that never live forever. Use the products on daily basis for personal rejuvenation. I'm over 70, and I thank my God that I've got the strength to be able to look after my grandchildren, just like Justina said, to be able to have good health. And I continue on daily basis for God to continue to give me that vibrant health. Thank you very much. That's my testimony.
Oh,
Love
wow,
you all.
wow. See how goose people's was just flood in my skin. Oh, God will bless you, Sister Josephine. This is amazing. In fact, I want all the clap emojis for Sister Josephine on the platform. Please just give all the clap emojis. If you know you are touched, if you know you are happy, you are excited, give all the clap emojis. I want to see everybody. At least just that simple thank you. Thank you so much, sister. I was
You're
so
more than welcome. You're more than welcome. I love you all. Thank you.
love you. You see, please, everyone, put all the clap emojis. Thank sister. This is a very special testimony. Do you know how many years we're talking about? That's 30 years ago. She's still taking the product. She's now in her 70s. She's still healthy. But many people on dialysis, we know very well that many of them not even last 10 years or 5. But we thank God who has ordered our step here today to hear this testimony. It is amazing. Sister, we thank you so much for your testimony. It has
Thank
touched
you a
every
lot.
one
Thank
of
you.
us.
Thank
We
you
really
very much. Love
appreciate
you
you.
all.
We
Okay,
know
good
very
night
well
from
that,
Kenya.
yes, from Kenya, how's the weather?
It's
I hope it's good.
cold.
Oh,
It's cold.
really?
I'm wearing a jacket. It's
Are
freezing.
you
The
serious?
temperature
This
is
side is
15 degrees. 15. 1 5.
oh my God. I hear it's warm now. When we
No,
enter
no, no.
winter,
It's
you will
cold.
not enter summer.
It's been cold since May. Since May.
Oh, God is wonderful.
And we
He-
thank God. We thank
he-
God for forever products.
I'm telling
Manage
you.
the cold
If I went,
season.
I think Nigeria is also cold now because it should be the rainy season. I always encourage them that this is the time to start taking your immune blend, your aloe vera gel, your propolis tablet on a daily basis. Don't wait for health challenges before you take things to help your immune system. Please reach out to the person that invited you here today. Make sure you are using the product. Like I told you, you can see she has built a big business. We meet most of the time, international rally and all the money, everything. You see, when you are using the product, you will be able to grow that massive business. It's about use the product for yourself and your family members. Let's assume you just use the product of that pack, that starter pack, and then you bring in one person every month to also use the starter pack, just one person, everybody in the team. From now on, if you are listening to me, focus on that and see if by this time next year, if you will not be a testimony all around, both in your health, in your finances, in your well-being, in your relationship, even to be able to spread, the good news, the word of God, even to support good or charitable organizations and all the rest, which gives you that fulfillment, that gives you purpose in life, something to live for. You will be excited every day of your life. Life, remember, is a journey where you experience, where there is an adventure. There are things to explore, there are things to discover, and this is your beginning. Focus, give yourself, from this day you are hearing me, 1 year from today, bring in one person and then buy 2 case to use for yourself. And bring it just one person. Let everybody you are talking to, give them that structure. Like I said, for those who started, the first 12 people, we are going to go through that training in details for you to understand how it really works, the circle, how this business really works. Thank you so much, my beloved sister. Thank you so much for everyone that have listened to us. I decided to give this extra time because this testimony is amazing. The only question we have in the house is for osteoporosis. The person that asked the question about osteoporosis, I already mentioned before, it is quite easy. You need your calcium, your nature made, your forever move. I think forever move or freedom. You can use freedom if the person has attention. You should not use freedom, but if you use move, like I said, it will not be higher dose, no longer 2-3 times a day. You're going to be taking 4 2 times a day, morning for breakfast and lunch. You try to avoid the evening, but you take your calcium in the morning, your nature in the evening, because if you're already lacking calcium, most of all the other minerals are also lacking. Arctic sea is also included. So write it down if you are there. C9, move 4 2 times a day for 1 month, and then 2-3 times a day after that. Arctic sea 2-3 times a day. Calcium 2 in the morning, and then nature me 2 in the evening. You take the calcium or nature meal with the absorbent D. Absorbent D. Okay, absorbent D. You take it with absorbent D. Active HA. That's my active HA. If I want active HA is one product I don't like to joke with. I love that active HA. Where is it? Active HA 2 times a day. Osteoporosis, those are the ones you need. If the person is having arthritis, having pain, and all the rest, you just add royal jelly to that recommendation. Okay. I also saw somebody that said diabetes. Of course, you remember diabetes. We told you C9, super green, feast of green, lycium. If the person doesn't have high blood pressure, 2-3 times a day. Super green is 1 in aloe vera gel every morning, and then feast of green 2-3 times a day. Forever lean with every meal the person is eating to prevent the glucose from coming up again. And I always advise that you use your super green. If you can blend it with your string beans, aloe vera gel, and take every morning throughout the day, you are filled with energy. But start with C9 and add all these other products to it. I think those are the only 2 questions I saw. I don't know if there are other questions. Can we have the recorded version? Of course, I'll post it. What products and in what countries can one with hernia? Okay, no, sorry, we don't treat hernia. Acid reflux. So acid reflux are products very good for that. Pro B, aloe vera gel, lycium, and feast of green. Pro B, 1 with gel on an empty stomach once a day. Nature me 1-3 times a day. Feast of green 2-3 times a day. Lycium 1-3 times a day. That's for acid reflux. Infertility in men. For men, of course, Vitalize for men. You need Vitalize for men. Multi-marker. I know as I'm showing there's somebody say, are you looking for fertility? Not for fertility, Sha, but I want my husband's prostate to remain healthy, so he still takes it. But you need multi-marker, but at a higher dose this time, 3 times a day for 1 week, then 2 times a day for at least 3 months. Vitalize for men, 2 times a day is for treatment. But when you're not on treatment, it's usually 3 times a day. Of course, aloe vera gel, C9. Remember, I say all the treatment is advisable. You always start with C9 so that the bioavailability of all the nutrients or the food supplements you are taking will be optimal and you will get better results. Active seed. So for fertility, active seed 2-3 times a day, multi-marker 2 times a day, vitalize for men. I said you can take 3 times a day for at least the first 1 week. After that, 2 times a day for 1 month, then 2-3 times a day continuously. And then, of course, Agi Plus is recommended for both male and female. Vitamin B12 is also advised, it's encouraged. The B12 and Agi Plus is not compulsory, but it's encouraged to make you get results faster. Agi Plus and B12 folic acid. B12 folic acid 1-2 times a day, Agi Plus once a day. For the woman, it is also vitalized for men, multi-marker, the same dose, but the woman will not need to add the Lycium Plus. Lycium Plus is 1-3 times a day, especially if the person doesn't have BP, 1-3 times a day to help with the regulation of the cycle. So she will be able to know when she's ovulating and when she's not ovulating. But this is when you have already done all the tests that there is no congenital or underlying problem. If you have underlying problem like fibroids or low sperm count, and you let us know, contact any of our medical team members, let the person that invited you here reach out to us, and we'll be able to give you the products to correct those ones first before you just go on the fertility products. I think that's the high sugar, especially sugar in the eye, glaucoma, sugar in the blood, cancer, sugar in the brain, dementia, and all the rest, sugar everywhere. I gave that training last week, but most importantly is to reset the metabolic dysfunction. Because even if you stop taking sugar, your body will convert the food you are eating to sugar. You will still have the problem. Even when you cannot convert the complex carbohydrates, to convert protein on the long run to sugar. So the best thing is to correct the metabolic dysfunction, and that starts with C9. Because you are going to take it for a very long time, we advise you just buy the Garcinia. So you are taking them like, only take Garcinia 10. Oh, I drop it this side. Yeah, please, can I have my 10? It's like it's on the roller. The Garcinia 2-3 times a day with the exercise, do it like C9. Then 10, only morning and afternoon doses. Then forever light, one scoopful from the third day. There's a reason why the first 2 days you are not eating cooked food. All these ones are food, but they are only available in their absorbable form. You are having optimal nutrition, micronized. They are all just ready for the body to take. That's why most people don't feel hungry at all. So you have your Garcinia 2-3 times a day, then you have your 10, one in the morning and one in the afternoon. Please don't take 10 after 4 p.m. because it's a thermogenic substance. So you're not feeling too hot in the night to have a good night's sleep. Then aloe vera gel. If you can afford full glass 3 times a day, better, but if you cannot afford it, half glass minimum 3 times a day. We will send you the steps in C9 once you buy all the products. Buy the soluble fiber and the forever light. Once you have your pack ready, we'll send you the steps written already, or you join our Clean9 Experience platform on WhatsApp. Let the person that invited you here show you that. Hyperthyroidism, you will have to do the test. It's called thyroid function test. You send to us and we'll be able to give you result on that. The same thing with colored thyroid, just do the test, then repeat the combo for osteoporosis. As okay, Skyta, I couldn't get everything. Okay, let me be slower. Calcium, take 2 in the morning. with absorbent C, absorbent D. Those ones are optional, but they will help you to get the bioavailability much better. Nature me in the evenings, or you can take one in the afternoon, one in the evening, or two in the evening. Usually, I just prefer two in the evenings. I say move. It's really forever move. In the beginning, you take 4 in the morning, 4 in the afternoon, just for a week. After that, 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon only. The active HA, 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening with meal. Active C, where's my 2, 3 times a day. And I said, if the person doesn't have high blood pressure, you can use Freedom. If he has high blood pressure, you use ordinary aloe vera gel, half glass times 3. I hope you got that now. I hope you got that. And the person for fertility, I hope you got it also. I don't think, let me see, do we have any other question? Oh, I'm saying, okay, collateral, fatty liver, alcohol, non-alcoholic fatty liver, very easy to treat. Please, C9 immediately. Time is of essence there. C9, you will have to add Lycium plus. Feast of Grain, Lycium 2, 3 times a day. Feast of Grain 2, 3 times a day with meals. Aloe vera gel, even when you're doing C9 or after C9, you will need to continue aloe vera gel full glass times 3, at least a month. I will advise that when you're doing your C9, you buy the Garcinia and Temp separate, because you will take the product for a month. If you buy just the pack of Sina, that will be for 9 days, which means after the Sina, you still buy the Garcinia, you buy the Temp, you buy soluble fiber, you buy aloe vera gel, but you will take them for a month. Take Forever Lean with every cooked food that you are eating. That's for non-alcoholic fatty liver. Even when you already feel okay, within some few weeks, you already feel okay. The fatty liver, even the test will show non-existent, but you will still have to take it for 3 months so it doesn't keep coming and going. Please, it's important to get that into your system, please, that you don't stop halfway. Very, very important. For the osteoporosis, remember, I said, even when you're already feeling better, please don't stop taking them. You have to take it for a minimum of 3 months. I think I saw something. Okay, great. Oh, yeah. Grave disease. Okay, for a person that asks for the problem when it has to do with grave disease, you know that it's actually a kind of autoimmune disease. It's kind of very challenging. So the person will have to change the lifestyle completely. You avoid any of all these like meat, processed food, avoid any unhealthy food, ice cream, anything that contains sugar is no, 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 no go area. But we go on the C9, please write it down. Immune blend 2, 3 times a day. I'm slow here because this one is very important. Immune blend 2, 3 times a day. We have one new product because it needs zinc and it needs the immune. It's only that I don't know, they only have it in US, they don't yet have it in Nigeria. But Actrum is the product. It contains, all that you need for your immune system. The person will need that. Of course, aloe vera gel, full glass 3 times a day. Arctic sea 2, 3 times a day. Remember, immune blend is very important here. Lycium 1, 3 times a day. Aloe vera gel, immune blend, Actrum, if you can get that. If you can't get that, just do the C9, take the Lycium, take the Arctic sea, Immune blend is very important here. Propolis tablet, very important, 3 times a day until all the symptoms subside. Once the symptoms are gone, you cannot take 2-3 times a day for a minimum of 3 months. Minimum 3 months. And I've seen a lot of testimony from that, and a lot of all the people, when they stopped all the product, they didn't stop their aloe vera gel and propolis tablets. I've seen somebody, even for the 3rd year now, she's still taking the propolis tablet and immune blend, and it's helping her so much. It's helping her so much. She's not having all those small no pains anymore. Okay, I think those are the questions we got. Don't know. We still have more questions. So there has really been so much time, as I virtually ended up spending extra 30 minutes. The testimony was so touching, I couldn't stop it. Can we know the exact product she used for her kidney, please? Josephine, are you still there? I think she must have left. It's very late in their area. Can cardio head be taken just as a supplement if one does not have any cardiovascular issues? Of course, yes. Capital, yes. I just mentioned that I take cardio head. Daddy, can you please bring my cardio head? Sorry. I take cardio head every day, every day. Before I go for my exercises, I'll just mix it with my water, sometimes with my Aggi Plus, and I'll go for my exercises. In my family, we always have low BP. I've never had high blood pressure. I think they used to think because I had fibroids, my blood volume was low. That's why my BP is always low, always low. But I still take cardio because it's to strengthen your heart as you grow older. See my own, you can see it's so far. I'm just taking. I don't joke with it at all. So cardio health, very important for everybody, for your heart function. Cardio health and Arctic Sea. Can we know the exact product? Josephine has left, but I know she mentioned berry nectar. And on a simple guide, please, for kidney failure, we normally recommend berry nectar, lithium, and of course, the lifestyle changes that she was talking about. Then, of course, soluble fiber, berry nectar, quite a lot of it. Then propolis tablets for anti-inflammatory. But I can reach out to her for her specific product she used, and I will post it on the platform of product application. If you are not on that platform, just reach out to the person that invited you. High blood sugar, I've already mentioned it. Start with C9, then take lean with every cooked food you eat. Reset your metabolism with C9. Thank you, everyone. I think we have had a great day. Next week, please make sure you join so that you can enjoy both the products, the good health, and the money. You will understand very well the deep secret of how to make the money. Total, it's a total package. This company has been paying off all these billions, trillions for years, 47 years. In 3 years, we'll be celebrating 50 years. Is that not amazing? So next week, make sure you come with somebody. Don't come alone. We all deserve good health. So thank you very much. You can meet yourself and say good night. Love you.